Hey there, Beggs here with Izzet Polymorph in Modern. We have an Emrakul in hand, but we're going to keep. Because if we draw a Polymorph or a Transmogrify, we can have a turn 3 Emrakul in play. Provided we do not draw the second copy. But this is a great example of why you play exactly 2. If we played 3 or 4, we might see that 1 or 2 in the opening hand a lot more often, and those are basically like induced mulligans. This is basically a mull to 6, and there's a Transmogrify. Our opponent has a forest, which is great because it's much less likely they will have interaction. They would need to follow this up with a swamp, an island, a mountain, or even a plains. Honestly, forest is the one color that struggles to interact with instant speed, style removal, for either our plant tokens or man lands, the Blink Moth and Ink Moth. It's bad news bears for us. It's exactly what we didn't want to see. All of the above. He has access to every color. However, still going for it. Please don't interact. Turn 3 Emrakul, baby. Yep. I don't know what their plan was for turn 4. They successfully hid what they were planning. Just 4 green. Voracious Hydra. Cannot block because we are flying. This does not have reach. He may not be familiar with the Annihilator 6, but he will be introduced to that as of now. So this is when we go to the sideboard. Mono green deck with Mana Confluence. I don't know what his splash color would be. Just curious how much these cost. Oh wow, $5 a piece. So he went out of his way to put, I'd assume, 4 of these in his deck, which is $20. And there's the chat. GG. Yeah, I know. Game 2 and 3. Let's do it. I guess he's being a good sport about it. Forced us to present lethal. So for semi-budget, low-tier archetype, mono green, I really don't know what we are supposed to bring in. Run it back. Yep, game 2 and 3, let's do it. 1, 2, 3. Bobble. Worst case scenario, we can do a turn 4 activate staff. It'd be interesting if he's able to. So it looks like it's base green white with confluence as fixing. Who knows? Maybe we'll see a third color, dedicated third color. I'm interested because he could have killed our plant token with that Hydra he played by making them fight. And now that he knows our plan is to turn it into an Emrakul, he might not let us have it if he's able to prevent us from having it. Let's see what he wants to do. Sylvan Carry added. Let's get this talisman out. Interestingly enough, we actually have the ability to interact now with our Spell Pierce and Swan Song. Let's go ahead and cast the Bauble. I should have played that on turn 1. So game 1 was a really good example of, yeah, Temple Garden. That's cool. How you can keep an opening hand with one Emrakul and just find the other one. Back when I used to play only one copy of Emrakul, for budget reasons, he does cost about $6. I drew that one copy an alarming number of times. So we are still dialed up for a turn 3 Emrakul. If we draw the Polymorph or Transmogrify, we have the blue, we have the red. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hydra again for X is 2. Fight. That's fine. We would play Proteus Staff. It's Battlefield 2. Double it. It's trample as long as there's 10 or more. Yep, that's fine. So this is like Hydra Tribal. Yep, didn't draw it. That's okay. 2, 3. We have all of the interaction. I guess technically we should have cut Swan Song or Spell Pierce and brought in like 2 Void Snares, just as a way to like reset his Hydras and tempo them back, because these counter spells are basically dead in this matchup. And we got a reader. He's reading. This is Transmogrify and Polymorph on the back of an artifact. Always yield, but hold priority for other things. Maybe he has destroy target artifact, blow up an artifact. Strive, choose any number of target creatures, double the +1 counters on them. Sure. He has 5 permanents in play. We're going to untap and make an Emrakul. Now he has 6 permanents in play. So he would have to sack all 6 of these. Does this have he doesn't have trample yet. Ooh, 7 permanents. He played it at Temple Garden. Is he going to pay the 2 life? He would have 2 mana if he does. Nope, he doesn't want to. So I think here, because he only has 1 mana up off the Sylvan Carry added, we can safely chump and soak up 8 damage. And then next turn we'll just play the Blink Moth, animate it, activate the staff, and still have counterspell backup. Activate itself. It doesn't matter if it's tapped. So he's going to double the number of counters on it next turn from 8 to 16, which means we aren't able to chump block with the Emrakul. Which is why it was so important that we were able to soak up that 8 last turn with our plant token. Yep, didn't even need to worry about interacting. We still can, but unlikely that we will be given an opportunity to. So he doubles to 16. We allow that to happen. We take the 16 and go to 4. Then we attack. He sacrifices everything except the Hydra. And then we'll need to... And it has trample now. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Hydra Tribal has actually got legs. 7. Puts another thing in play. So this is an example of we can attack with the Emrakul. He sacks everything except for this and whatever he's about to cast. And then we can reset our Emrakul with the Proteus Staff as a blocker. But we would literally be... It's not every day you see somebody chump block. Does it have haste? That's double strike. Can't stop it. So this is an example of we are definitely bringing in the void snares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no attacks? No way. Well, so make a blink moth or a token for free. Make a token for free. They have the same toughness whether it's a blink moth or not. Move to combat. He'll sacrifice everything except for his 2 fatties. He should have attacked. He should have attacked. Because now he sacks everything. We reset the Emrakul. Oh, and he's sacking the big... Like, what are you doing, man? This thing's gonna double to 32. And then... we have no way of removing... Man, a Void Snare would be so good here. Because it doesn't have protection from anything. It doesn't even have reach. Take him down to 3. There you go. Reset the Emrakul. And we have a spare plant chump blocker. So we can soak up 15 of the 32. Rough stuff, man. Yep, 32. It doesn't trade with his Primordial Hydra. We don't have a way to deal an additional 3. Oh man, the Blink Moth would have been able to deal 1, but he's still at 3, not 1. So here I think he has to jump into the red zone here. He should figure out that we lose our Emrakul by chump blocking. Maybe he thinks that it survives. Just attack. I mean, that's fine if our opponent doesn't see the line. Seriously, I chump here. I block and lose Emrakul. Then get it back, but it's summon sickened, and then you attack again. You what? Hate having to play my opponent's deck for him, but yeah, GG, game 3. So this time we bring in the Void Snare. We cut Swan Song because Spell Pierce hits more than Swan Song. So if for some crazy reason I've been drinking. LOL, nice. We are on the play. 1, 2, 3. It's going to be tough for him to beat a turn 3 Emrakul this time. We had the turn 4 Emrakul in game 2, so... Hydrated Hydra's living up to the name. So he has to kill our plant token to prevent the turn 3 Emrakul. He could Path to Exile. So yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, F6. See if Hydrated Hydras interacts. Nope. Get the GGs ready in the chat. Now he's thinking. Yep, that's fine. LOL. GG. Yeah, that's fine. We had a turn 3 Emrakul in game 1 and in game 3, so... Pulled like all mana, haha. Yep. Happens. You play Mana Confluence, is that just for color fixing? They cost like $5 a piece. Okay, that makes sense then. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Was why he has... Confluence is a great land for that. And yeah, here's the GGs. Anyway, yeah, that was cool. So, Hydra Tribal, 3 to 4 colors. We only saw green white out of him, and honestly, he only played green spells, so I'm guessing 30 of the cards in his deck are green, and then he has a bunch of random stuff. Probably fight spells or fling spells. Fling makes a lot of sense. You make a 32-32 Hydra like you did in game 2, and forget to see the line that you've actually got the win in play. Surprised he sacrificed that Savageborn Hydra, but then that, and there's the red that I aforementioned, so he did have red spells in his deck, and just keeping those 2 attackers is a lot better than having the Sylvan Caryatid, but he may have wanted to save 1 land and 1 Caryatid specifically to hopefully draw into Fling. That's the only thing I can imagine, is he wanted Fling, because what's better than having a 32? Well, I'll tell you what, it's throwing it at someone's face. So, there you go. Thanks for checking out the deck here on Tapped Out. Don't forget to +1 the deck, upvote, and I'll catch you guys in the next ones. Plural.